Hello, you're watching Friday edition of News Mongolia. Today is May 13th. For our top stories, Mongolia and the United Kingdom held a political consultative meeting between the Ministries of Foreign Affairs. Mongolian Red Cross Society launched Humane Heart Good Deeds campaign. Mongolia's dairy product intake is 3 times less than international recommended norms. For other news, stay tuned. The third consultative meeting between the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Mongolia and the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Affairs of the United Kingdom was held on 12th of May. The meeting was chaired by Mukhching, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs from Mongolia, and Amanda Milling, Minister for Asia at the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office from the UK.
During the consultative meeting, both sides assessed the past cooperation between the two countries and expressed their commitment to further strengthen friendly relations between the two countries. Moreover, the sides agreed to organize high-level visits on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of diplomatic relations and to jointly organize celebratory activities. The two sides also reaffirmed their willingness to keep discussing the establishment of Mongolia-UK Partnership Agreement. Furthermore, the two sides exchanged views on international affairs and regional security issues.
The United Kingdom was the first Western country that established diplomatic relations with Mongolia. Next year in 2023, Mongolia and the United Kingdom will celebrate the 60th anniversary of diplomatic relations. Our two countries are cooperating in a wide range of affairs. On the one hand, the UK is the member of the United Nations Security Council, which means it plays an important role on the international affairs arena. As part of the initiative by the government of Mongolia to liberalize the air transport services of Mongolia, we are discussing with the British side the possibility of launching direct flights. It's really important for a landlocked country like Mongolia, as we have no direct access to the sea. It will facilitate human-to-human exchanges and cooperation between business entities of our two countries. In addition, we also discussed the facilitation of visa between our two countries.
The Mongolian Red Cross Society has launched the Humane Heart Good Deeds campaign to promote the idea of humanity and to raise public awareness on providing first aid. Since 1948, the International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement have been celebrating around the world to spread humanitarian ideas. Mongolia joined this event from 2011 upon the decision of the government. In this context, members of the Red Cross, children and youth have organized a humanitarian event at Sukhatar Square.
Training and information on how to provide first aid are conducted to the public through the Red Cross Society, while other branch teams are conducting similar training events in the 21 provinces as well. We are selling merchandising products of the children and youth movement such as notebooks, keychains and water tumblers, and members of the association are selling those products in our humanitarian tent. The tent was also built to raise money for funding the humanitarian grow at the national park.
Thousands of volunteer members from 7 districts of the capital city gathered at Sukhatar Square and danced a flash mob called Angel and had a happy day. The Angel Challenge was launched for a month to promote humanitarian activities to the public. The aim is to introduce the activities of the Red Cross to children and youth and to create a positive influence through dance. The World Health Organization recommends that adults have an intake of 160 to 180 kilograms of dairy products annually. However, in Mongolia, the annual consumption per year is about 3 to 50 kilograms, which it is 3 times less than the internationally recommended amount. Therefore, APU Dairy LLC is seeking government support for 2 projects to increase domestic milk production.
In order for herders to be able to supply their milk in the summer without any economic losses, it is necessary to build an additional milk powder factory. Therefore, herders and farmers have developed a project to establish 6 cluster farms near Ulaanbaatar. Industry experts know that it can have a positive impact on the incomes of herders and farmers. It also means that $30 million worth of otherwise imported products will be produced domestically.
We are focusing on how to triple the amount of industrial dairy products. In this sense, I hope that today's discussion is most important.
Today, APU Dairy collects milk from more than 1,000 herder households. If these projects are successful, that number could increase to 5,000. Herders supply a lot of milk to dairy factory. We want to support the milk powder industry through government policy and provide soft loans.
We receive a deficit of 60 million MT every year. It is a great advantage to supply milk as agreed in advance. In the future, our organization will cooperate with APU Dairy to import high-yielding cattle from abroad. It will also provide long-term loans to herders and farmers for imported cattle.
Today's conference emphasizes that this policy investment in the dairy sector has the potential to improve the milk supplies of more than 5,000 herders.
Now let's take a look at the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Now let's take a look at our regular feature on sports. One of the biggest tournaments of esports, the CS:GO Major, started on May 9th. Team IHC, which represented Mongolia in the tournament for the first time, lost to Brazilian champions Imperial Esports 2-1 in their last match and got eliminated from the tournament.
Team IHC lost 16-2 to world champions Astralis in the first leg and 16-13 to Complexity Gaming in the second. In the third game, they beat Astralis Renegades 16-10 and 16-12. Team IHC, the leading Mongolian team in the Asia-Pacific region, has successfully participated in its first World Championships and opened a new page in the history of Mongolian esports. IHC, what they accomplished in recent weeks is historic, even though they finished in the PGL Antwerp Major with the 1 win and 3 losses. They have become the best team in the Asian-Pacific region and entered the history books as the first Mongolian team to play at the CS:GO Major. Ratmagna Blitz Biamsurung and crew have the aim and some good strategies. They only need more experience to do more damage at the international events. The Asia-Pacific Regional Major Rankings concluded a few days back on 16th of April as AHC Esports defeated both Tylo and Renegades to qualify for the PGL Major Antwerp 2022. With this, the Mongolian esports organization made history by becoming the first ever team from the country to compete in a major. Not only did IHC Esports defeat 2 of their favorite teams that were expected to win, but they also went undefeated through the line qualifier to win it and claim $5,000 in prize money for their efforts.
Here comes the weather forecast for the world's major cities. This is it for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you next time with more news updates. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.